The NASCAR Busch North Series is one of the fastest-growing racing series in the country. Their second battle of the 2000 season is today at New Hampshire's Magic Mile.
Well, the complexity and the strategy of this Busch International North race has changed here. In the past, they have always run 100 laps. Fuel mileage was not an issue. NASCAR and the racetrack decided, hey, we're going to put a different twist to it. Now it's extended to 125 laps. So these guys cannot make it on fuel. So somewhere around the first third of the race, you'll probably see us in there for possibly tires, but for sure to fill it up with fuel. Glenn, how about...
Last year, 1 year ago this weekend, Brad Layton found victory lane here at New Hampshire International Speedway. And since then, he has become a favorite every time we come to New Hampshire. Brad used that first win last year to springboard himself, to help springboard himself to the series championship. He goes off third today, and as I said, every time they roll into this place, that number 55 car sitting right there in third place is a threat to win here. He loves this racetrack, he loves racing here, and he loves nothing more than winning here. Don't be surprised if we find Brad Layton one more time in victory lane today.
You are looking at the New Hampshire International Speedway. This track has hosted more NASCAR Busch North Series races than any other facility in America. Another one set to unfold here today, and for the first time, it's a 125-lap affair. The Busch 125 is here on TNN Sports. Good afternoon and a happy Mother's Day to those of you who are celebrating today. I'm Eli Gold. Glad you're with us. As Larry McReynolds said a few moments ago, with the 125-mile distance, the strategies have changed. Some teams say we'll pit as early as lap 10. Some say lap 15. Others told me earlier today they hope with a few cautions they can go without having to make a pit stop. So that's one story we'll explore today. But Buddy Baker is with us as per usual, Hall of Fame driver. And, you know, for these racers in the Busch North Series, this for them is like their Hall of Fame day. This is their Daytona.
Yeah, it's almost like when they're loading the trucks to go to Daytona in February. These guys look forward to this race. And when they get out there, you'll notice some of the cars don't have a lot of sponsorship. It's the love of the sport, and they really get after it here. And also, no radial tires. Bi-Spy tires, they slide through the corner. They make the car work.
There have been some great names that have graduated from the NASCAR Busch North Series to chase fame and fortune in NASCAR Winston Cup. Greg Zipadelli, crew chief for Tony Stewart. Ricky Craven is one of those who has made the move from the north to the south. There are others like Andy Santerre, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. Dick Berggren. Dick is the editor of Speedway Illustrated magazine, and you know what some of those North stars have gone through to become big-time national stars.
And we've got some big-time North stars starting up in the front of this field. Starting on the pole, in fact, Kelly Moore has started every single one of these Busch North races, 245 of them, and he's a good one. He's won 19 times. But for him to win here today at New Hampshire, he is going to have to beat Jamie Aube, who starts on the outside of the front row. Now, Obe's won just 9 races, but he's got some extra motivation to win this race today. His car owner has told him, win today, I'm going to buy you a brand-new street car and a brand-new street car for the crew chief, too. We'll see how hard Jamie Aube drives this thing.
Pretty good motivation right there. They have just fired the engines down on the pit lane. So as soon as we come back, we're going racing on Mother's Day here in New Hampshire. The Busch North Series of NASCAR is set to go for their second event of the year after Dale Shaw won the inaugural at Lee USA Speedway, and they're running for some $153,000 plus. And you see 125 laps, 132.25 miles on this track. That measures 1.058 miles around. Let's check out the starting lineup for you for this Busch 125 with 4 New Hampshire International Speedway wins. Your pole sitter is Kelly Moore, 3-time Busch North champion Jamie Aube. Brad Layton was the series champ a year ago. Martin Truex Sr. won here back in '94, and his son at 19 years of age. Now in his first Busch North Series race, actually his second, he ran up at Lee. Looking at some other names. Dennis Demers there, third at Lee in the season opener. Ted Christopher, 3 Busch North Series wins here. There's Dave Dion down in 19th. He was the champ back in 96. He's been around forever.
Oh, yes, 56 years old, and let me tell you, he's just as competitive right now as he was 10 years ago.
29th place, Mike Bruno, last year's Rookie of the Year. Then you go back to fellas who got in by virtue of a qualifying race that was held earlier here today. Guys will start at 34th. Jerry Marquis, then Dave Darling, Scott Booley, Tim Zock, all getting in. Mike Olson, 4th in points a year ago. And on back through the 42 starters that'll make up the Busch 125. Greg Schaefer and the venerable Bobby Dragon. A lot of fellas failed to qualify. There are a ton of NASCAR Busch North Series teams on hand, and all of those failed to make the race. The 14th season of the Busch North Series of NASCAR, getting set to go into its second event, the 31st time ever that the Busch North cars have run here at New Hampshire. Glad you're with us on TNN Sports. Everybody picking their way through. Fourth place runners making some moves. As through onto the main straightaway, lap number 1 is in the book. Kelly Moore showing the way over Brad Layton, Jamie Aube. 24. That's going to be Mike Rowe.
He's having a good run this afternoon. Wound up on the outside of that pack at the start. Just managed to pick off a bunch of cars. Got through it cleanly.
Looking at Brad Layton there in the 56. He gets better and better as the race goes along. Sometimes they pass him right at the first part of the race, but near the end, he's usually the guy you have to worry about.
32, that's Dale Quarterly. You see Brett Rubinek, or at least, no, that would be Brad Boissonneau right there, putting some smoke down on the racetrack. As a matter of fact, the black flag is out for him.
He's been smoking since the drop of the green flag. Obviously something seriously wrong and getting worse as he goes on.
Running in 22nd spot.
And dropping.
Brad Boissonneau. Paul Richardson going by. The 1, Jerry Marquis. Tim Stockwell in the 16. You saw him. Meanwhile, back up front with a one-race sponsorship from Napa, Kelly Moore. Over Brad Layton running in the 2nd spot, and Jamie Aube in 3rd. Brad Boissonneau on the pit lane. Let's get an update.
Eli, he's in his pits, and they had the hood pins taped like they never got them undone. The whole motor compartment is covered in oil. They're pointing to something on the left valve cover. Looks like they're going to try to fix it, but I tell you, he has lost an awful lot of oil to be this early in the race. He's shut it off, and they're going to try to fix it.
Meanwhile, Brad Layton going inside of Kelly Moore, trying to grab the lead in the 55 and bring the 67 of Jamie Aube along with him.
Obe's thinking new car as he dives down in turn 3 there. But I tell you, that was a Kelly Moore on the outside. Just throws that car about 5 car lengths deeper in the corner there. Side by side to 2nd place, they cut down the front straightaway.
Pretty tough to ride high at this racetrack and make up time. Kelly Moore now has dropped back to 3rd position.
Jamie Aube in that black 67. When he won the championship 3 times, it was the Busch Grand National North Tour back in 1988, 89, and 90.
Layton in the 55 had a terrific year here at New Hampshire last year. He won this race last year. The final race of the year, he won the pole and the event. In August, he was 3rd. The only race he didn't finish in the top 3 was in July when he ran out of gas, and that cost him the track championship. Amazingly enough, Dale Shaw won it.
Just getting going, the Busch North Series of NASCAR in their 125-lapper, chasing down the defending champ, Brad Layton. 5 at New Hampshire International Speedway. Brad Layton is the man showing the way right now over Kelly Moore. Andy Santerre, Mike Rowe, and Jamie Aube. Let's check in with Glenn Jarrett down on the pit lane.
Guys, I've been watching Santerre, and now he has moved into second place, I believe. He has really got that thing on the move. He chased the leaders down. He started 8th, but I'm particularly watching him down in turns 1 and 2. When he runs up behind somebody and they won't give him any room at all, he simply turns the thing down on the apron. And I guess it helps to turn the thing. Dave Dion told me one time that actually helps you to get the car to turn. They seem to be a little tight, but Andy's car seems to be working anywhere he wants it to right now. I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop him from taking the lead. That car is moving. Here's Larry in the front.
Well, Glenn, I'm here with Ted Christopher. Ted started 14th, a little bit back in the field, just trying to bide some time, and then here you are in the garage area. What happened?
Yeah, I don't know. Something happened to the motor, and it, it's going good. I was moving up real good. We were a couple tenths faster than the leaders, they said, and trying to get in a little rhythm with this thing compared to the South car, and this thing was really going good. I got to thank Raina LaJoy and all the crew and everybody at NASCAR Kitchens for putting this deal together. It's unfortunate we broke, but we'll be back next time.
Well, that's the story, guys. I hear the caution's out, so I'd say pit road's going to be busy.
It is out because Jamie Aube slapped the wall here on the main straightaway right near the flag stand and brings out the caution for the first time today at lap number 24 here at New Hampshire International Speedway.
He allowed the right front corner there. That's an odd angle. He must have been almost spinning out and just went straight up in the wall because it tore all the right front corner off of the car.
Too bad.
He needs not only a new street car, he needs a new race car now as well. That thing is really bent.
Take a look at exactly what happened here. Aube's that black machine.
Dale Shaw behind him, whether there was contact or he took air off the spoiler, who knows?
No contact there, but there is
Contact there.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Dale Shaw nailed him.
That's what I was talking about. It was an odd angle for the front end to be torn up like that and the right rear not have a mark on it.
So Dale Shaw, who was the winner at Lee USA Speedway in the season opener for the Busch North Series, actually the cause of this first caution as Jamie Aube ends up in the wall. Brad Layton, number 55, he'll make his pit stop now. We're at lap 25, get the fuel in, and no question you can go the distance from here. Glenn?
Yeah, Brad is on his way down pit road right now, Eli, and in fact, he didn't come in. Yeah, oh, excuse me, that's a 56. I see Brad now. Both of them are yellow and blue cars. So Brad is in the Sheraton Chevrolet. This will be fuel only. They're cleaning the grill, and the car's just a little snug in the middle. Whoa, they got it way full of fuel. He's out first. Frankie Gordon is right behind him. Let's go to Larry.
Glenn, all second place Andy Santerre and his crew did a little bit of gas, didn't feel like they needed tires here at lap 25. The biggest problem he encountered, so many cars pitted, he couldn't get out of his pit as he was leaving for all the cars coming in, but he was away full of gas.
So pit stops taking place. Brad Layton getting great service. There's Dale Shaw.
He's got problems. He can't steer that car. Look at the right front corner. He tried to get out of his pit. He couldn't do it. The right front just unhooked.
There was all kind of contact in the pit area itself. He was up against the wall there for a second, so I don't know what happened in the pits, but when I looked up, he and another car had made contact, and he was into the inside wall.
Yeah, he can't steer it at all.
The fellow who was involved with Jamie Aube on the main straightaway having problems now leaving the pit lane, and there you see Aube's car still with extensive damage there at the right front, and a lot of long faces here in the early stages of the event.
It won't be fixed in that one, I don't think.
Brad Layton is the race leader. 6 wins a year ago in 18 starts. They're coming.
Fire.
Bad one.
Big fire.
Oh, my God.
Back with you here in New Hampshire, Dave Darling with problems in turn number 1. He is in that white machine. You see what has transpired. Mike Wheaton is the number 35. They were running 22nd and 23rd. And there goes Wheaton checking on Darling. You see him climbing from his machine as well. So that is great news there. But a major accident in the corner. Scary, scary looking. Caution, second time here in New Hampshire. Lap number 43.
Great sportsmanship by Mikey Wheaton. He was ready to run right in that fire if he had to.
There was one good thing I saw in that whole wreck. He's using the neck brace there, more drivers should think about using those. It saved him really getting injured. He hit very hard backwards into that wall, but that neck piece that they have there keeps the head pretty much intact and don't allow a lot of neck movement.
Watch it again. Mike Whedon. Oh, man.
Wow.
What a flight.
That was a crash. Dave Darling almost over, then backwards into the wall. Big fire out of the fuel cell.
Man.
He is going to be stiff and sore tomorrow.
And you'll watch the drivers. Mikey Whedon on the right there, and as he gets out, you'll see Dave Darling also climbing from the car. Wow, that was scary looking. Caution for the second time, lap number 43 in the NASCAR Busch North Series race here at New Hampshire. Brad Layton continues to lead over Dale Quarterly, Andy Santerre, Bobby Dragon, and Kelly Moore. Here at New Hampshire International Speedway, that's the battle for the lead. Brad Layton in the 55, Dale Quarterly in the 32. Then right behind them, you see Andy Santerre closing in on that white machine. The red car is Bobby Dragon, then Dennis Demers as they all work themselves through that traffic. In and amongst those machines, Dale Shaw. He has returned after the problems of earlier. He is 28 laps down. Meanwhile, let's go back down to the pit lane. Larry McReynolds with an update on some of the fellows involved in the accident moments ago.
Well, Eli, I'm here with Mike Whedon outside the infield care center. Mike was one of the ones involved in that really horrible fiery crash a while ago. What exactly happened?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
What exactly happened in that crash up there?
David and I went down in the turns, and David said he broke a brake rotor. He lost his brakes going in there and just got into me. We backed it in the wall.
That's the story. They have David Darling still inside the infield care center. Everything's okay. They say he just got a really bad headache, so they're going to keep him in there a little bit, and they'll turn him loose.
I can imagine so. A couple of very lucky guys, though. Look at that three-wide scramble right there.
Mike Olson in the 61 on the inside made that pass down the back straightaway, and it was a good thing because they were three wide down the back straightaway.
The grandson of Stub Fat Mike Olson in his 12th NASCAR Busch North Series season. See Tom Bowles in the 76. He had made that unscheduled stop earlier. Put him well behind in 21st place. See the blue number 99. That's Greg Schaefer. The 40. Matt Kovaluk. And now Dave Darling, I am told, has just come from the infield care center. Back to Larry.
Well, I'm here with Dave Darling. Dave, pretty scary moment down there in 1 and 2. First and foremost, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I went down into one underneath Mike. My front rotor broke. I had no brake. I think I'm as good as I am now because he was there. I mean, I wasn't slowing down at all. And that's not what I wanted to happen the first time here.
Well, guys, just take a look at this helmet here. Look at all the soot on there. So you don't think the fire got pretty close to Dave in that car a while ago?
The number one fear for a race car driver, buddy, you told me, and so many others have.
Yeah, you know, and the bad part is usually when there's a fire like that, it knocks you silly, and you really don't know what to do just for a moment or two. And it's not only scary for you, but it's scary for the people that have to watch it.
Yep, every second is so very precious, but thankfully everybody's okay. So we've had 2 caution flags here today. Second race for the Busch North Series of NASCAR. The first of 3 events that they'll have here at this track. The other 2 are run in conjunction with the NASCAR Winston Cup weekends in July and September. After today, a couple of weeks off until the 27th of this month at the Seekonk Speedway in Massachusetts. Then on to Holland, New York, Beach Ridge, Scarborough, Maine, Jennerstown, Pennsylvania. Great names. Main tracks up here in the Northeast on the schedule.
Greg Schaefer in the 99 is really having a hard time with Tom Bowles. Tom Bowles has chucked him about 2 or 3 times just to let him know, I am here and I won't buy. But in the corners, he's much quicker. But down the straightaway, I tell you right now, Greg Schaefer's got a good race car.
Tommy Bowles in that number 76 car certainly has had a tough time here at the New Hampshire Speedway. Broke his neck here in a crash in August of 1998. They had to put his head in a halo. You think that had caused him to not want to race, or at least not want to race hard?
Oh, he finally did.
He's got him. Hitting the wall.
Hard hit. Round goes Kovaluk, trying to avoid. You saw him go over the debris and cut down the tire, and we are under caution. We were watching that one full screen, that scramble in 22nd and 23rd. And you saw the net come out for Greg Schaefer as the field gets to halfway here at New Hampshire International Speedway. Caution 3 at lap number 62.
Schaefer's car looks like he hit hard enough to diamond it. Look at the shape of that car.
Well, that's exactly what he did. The rear housing and everything's moved completely over in that race car. It was a hard hit. I was glad to see the window screen come down and see him moving around. Tom Bowles in the 76 there. As they start off, he hits him right there. He makes a correction, goes back. Now he loses control and hard into the wall.
And watch Kovaluk go over the debris, and that'll cut down the tire for him. Watch it again.
Whoa,
man,
he hit that wall. Yeah, it sure was. That'll give you a stiff neck and then some.
The sheer force.
And Eli, it was just as they start out back in this area back here, that's the corner, and the wall is coming around, but where he hit was the flat part of the straightaway, just the beginning of the straightaway. That made it doubly hard.
So we are under caution for the third time here on the Mother's Day visit for the NASCAR Busch North Series to New Hampshire. There's veteran Billy Penfold.
Yeah, take a look at the sponsorship on the tail end of Billy Penfold's car as they work on it there. It's from Kennebunk's Chamber of Commerce. Now get this, Penfold doesn't live in Kennebunk. He lives in Yarmouth, Maine. The way they got that sponsorship, they auctioned a one-race deal off on the internet. And the Kennebunk Chamber of Commerce bid more for it than anybody else. Liked it enough, they're going to ride on the car all year long.
Super. Dave Dion in for service, Glenn.
Yeah, Eli, it's been a tough weekend for Dave. They lost an engine yesterday in practice and qualifying, and now he's in for right side tires. The car just hasn't been hooked up the way he normally is here at New Hampshire. They lost a lot of practice time yesterday working on the engine of the car, so just one of those days that Dave's going to have to try to adjust it as he goes. They changed right side tires, put a little more fuel in the car, and send him back out. Hopefully, he'll have time to make up the track position. He was in 14th position when he came in.
The 1996 Busch North Series champ who won here back in May of '97 by leading every single lap. For the third time today, the caution lights flash in New Hampshire. Millions of brand name auto parts and accessories to choose from. It's easy to prove you're a wrench head. Wrenchhead.com. Parts online all the time. That is the number 56 machine of Martin Truex Jr., who pulls off the racetrack onto the road course to get out of harm's way. Truex Jr. running back in 26th spot. Meanwhile, with 29 laps to go, that's the battle for the lead. The yellow 32 Dale Quarterly, then the blue and yellow 55 of Brad Layton. They are mixing it up for the lead.
Yeah, they're blocking each other down the straightaway right now. And Layton is just absolutely flying into the corner. You can see he makes up quite a great deal of distance as they enter the corner. Quarterly gets off the corner a little bit better.
Larry McReynolds, the old motorcycle ace, Dale Quarterly, doing well on four wheels.
Yeah, I talked to his crew chief a while ago, and he said the car is just a little bit tight right down in the middle of the corner. Gets a pretty good run off the corner, but just didn't turn it in the middle. So they're just trying to take it easy, be smooth, and see what happens in these last 25 or so laps. Glenn, how about the guy that's all over the rear bumper of Dale Quarterly?
Oh, he just made a move on him, Larry, trying to get under him going into turn 3. He has also got a tight race car. His is tight from the middle off, and you can, like Buddy was saying, Quarterly really beats him off the corners. Brad can drive way down into turn, but once he gets to the middle, tries to get off. Just too much push, too tight. He cannot use the accelerator the way he wants. But boy, they're putting on a show.
They are, and almost went a little wide at Quarterly. Layton had an idea. If you're a Tom Bowles fan, he has just parked his machine The attrition rate now continuing to grow. Ryan Chu, Denny Doyle, Andy Santerre, Kelly Moore already in the garage area. Johnson is out. Schaefer, Wheaton, Darling, Aube, and Christopher.
Layton seems to be able to close on Quarterly. Can almost get a little bit of a fender under him, but not enough to really make a move. And this has been going on for a long time. Good race up front. This is with the lead.
Coming up to 25 laps remaining. Only 3/10 back is the 77 of Brian Wall. This is a good one.
Here we go. Just inches from each other, and right now Walls is really making a run up on these guys. They're inches apart. All it takes is that right there, just a little snap back, and you get right under it, going off in the corner, closes the door with the lap traffic.
Round to 0 of Billy Penfold.
That was almost it. That could have been the big crash right there.
Now Layton was 5th in the season opener at Lee. Quarterly, meanwhile, the race leader there in the 32. Only a couple of top 5s in 18 events. Was 13th in points a year ago.
Quarterly again has never won one of these Busch North races. He's in the lead right now. Layton, the veteran from Center Harbor, New Hampshire, has won 11 times. Brian Wall, the number 77 car, in 3rd position, won for the first time last year, got the hang of it really good. He won 3 times, and he has come to 3rd spot in this race from 20th. Good run for Wall.
27 years old. Remember in the early days, Steve Birdie was advising him, trying to help him learn the ropes in this business.
Couldn't ask for better advice there. He's one of the top mechanics of all time that took Randy LaJoy to many championships, so he knows what he's talking about.
And Robbie Moroso as well to a championship. Boy, this has got to be frustrating for Layton to follow lap after lap after lap and not be able to get by Quarterly. 2 cars incredibly evenly matched.
Well, he could. He could go up there and bump him right now, but he's giving him a lot of racing room right now because it isn't time to show your full hand. I really believe right now, though, that he's just biding his time not to get his tires too hot because he's really the fastest car
Yeah,
in
he
the
looks
corner.
stronger getting off the turns. Sure does.
I want to say hi to Bunk Sampson, who for years has been the race director here at Busch North. He has just undergone some fairly serious surgery, come through it quite well. Everybody's looking forward to his return to racing. There aren't many racing officials that are liked by drivers or car owners or crew members. Bunk Sampson is one that is loved by all, and everybody is pulling for him and hopes that he'll be fine and return soon.
He's a good man. Bunk, look forward to seeing you when we get back up here in July.
Brad Layton just took a look on the inside down the front straightaway there. He's turning it up another notch right now.
Then there's the 60 machine. Dale Shaw, remember, he is many laps down. 30 down. Look at this right here for the lead. Can Layton pull it off? He has the groove.
Should be done right now.
Got it. Here comes Wall. He'll try and take second. So Dale Quarterly will yield at lap number 107, and he goes from the point back to 3rd. And now let's see what kind of a margin Layton can build, because as you were saying, buddy, he was clearly the strongest car.
Well, he's got that great run into the corner, and he can actually save his tires by having the car work that well getting into the corner. He does not have to run the center part of the corner as hard.
Getting close to the finish here in New Hampshire. Brad Layton, he's been the dominant car. He leads again. New Hampshire International Speedway, lap 115. On the board, closing in on the finish here with Brad Layton still showing the way over Brian Wall. Dale Quarterly, he's running in 3rd, then Mike Rowe and Martin Truex. And problems on the back straightaway. The one is Jerry Marquis, who is and he gets collected by the 88 of Dennis Demers. Here comes the 08 of Dave Davis. A massive series of hits on Jerry Marquis. You can see him moving around. He has had a terrible weekend anyway, just trying to get into the race, having to qualify in a special qualifying race just to make the event, and now getting tangled up on the back straightaway and hit a couple 3 times additionally at lap number 116. And again, the yellow is flying. We've already had 43 laps of yellow. There you see Travis Benjamin in the number 88 machine getting himself unhooked. Benjamin driving a former Jeff Taylor Ford. He's from one of the Pro Stock circuits up in Maine. There's Dave Davis in the 08.
We have really wrecked some cars here this afternoon.
There has been some carnage.
Yeah, and it's not been little wrecks either. These cars are bent big time.
Lots of problems. There's Dennis Demers, number 86.
Asking what happened.
Yeah.
No, why?
To one of the
Why
drivers.
it happened.
Why? Not.
Yeah.
There was a good bit of time between the original impact and then the second and third hits. That's something we did see. Watch it again. It all happened off the back straightaway, off turn 2 on the back stretch.
And Dennis Demers already in the wall here, the number 86.
See, Dion didn't see him before. The 29 went spinning through.
Marquis got into him very hard, the one car.
Now watch it
And then
all
watch
this time.
Bam. Marquis gets nailed again in the one car. And watch, here it comes again. Oh.
One more time. There goes Dion. Marquis into Demers. A lot of time. And it's still not done.
Wow.
He'll be buying some auto parts. That second hit is just brutal. Absolutely brutal.
And they are putting the red flag out. They are going to red flag the event at lap number 116 because, as you can well see, the cleanup is going to take a long, long while. So we're taking a break.
He might have had a little help there. It looked like he turned abruptly right as he started off the corner down there, and that really triggered that wreck.
Well, let's see if Brian Wall can do anything with Brad Layton. Look at Layton on a good, quick restart. Wall's in the 77, the 32, Dale Quarterly. The red 24 is Roll. The 6 is Truex. Former winner here, Martin Truex, a little pushing and shoving.
Brian Wall got tagged pretty good there, got out of the groove a little bit and dropped back.
3, Mike Bruno's running an aggressive race at this point as well. He's on the right side of your screen.
Brad Layton, meanwhile, saying, keep it up, fellas. Have at it.
Bruno's the Rookie of the Year of this series from 1999.
Mike Rowe there in the 24, caught on the outside. He's losing a lot of positions right here when it counts.
Now, in light of the fact that we've had a lot of cautions today, remember, this is a series that ends its races under green. Should there be a very late caution flag here, we will run a green flag, white, and checker sequence. They go by Bobby Dragon. You saw that red car on the apron of the racetrack. Rowe and Truex. Up front, Quarterly closing in on Layton. Don't know if he's going to have enough time to do anything with him.
Little contact there. Rowe looks on the inside. Truex fighting back on the outside, side by side as they go down into turn 3.
For 4th place on your screen.
Rowe's got it so far. Truex has had a great run here this afternoon. Avoided the problems.
White flag, and here comes Quarterly trying to get a piece of Layton with 1 lap to go.
Layton had to close the door. Quarterly had a good run on him there.
The man in 3rd is Wall. If these guys don't make it around, this is for the win, a half-mile away. Brad Layton looking for his 12th Busch North Series win. Quarterly looking for his 1st.
Quarterly making a run. All three of them make a little contact there as they come off turn 4.
Great driving by Leighton. He saves the car. He'll get the win over Quarterly at the line by inches. What a win. What a piece of driving for Leighton, because they tried to mix him up every way but straight.
Well, I'll tell you, that was great driving on all three drivers. They could have spun any one of the three out at any time. It was great driving.
4th win here at New Hampshire, and Larry, his 12th win overall in the Busch North Series.
Okay, I'm here with the eluded crew chief, Carl Osha. Kind of an up and down day, but you guys was on top when it ended.
Yeah, you know, we got a little tight there. Got a little tight there in the middle of the race. Dale got by us, and Brad just did a great job. Drove the car, you know, perfectly to get back by him, and held on to the end. You know, didn't have probably the best car, but you know, just did a good job. Brad did a great job out there today.
Well, guys, that's a story from a very happy crew. I guess the actual crew chief, Brian LaTouch, is on the roof spotting for Brad Leighton.
He has the view of those donuts being turned by his driver. Brad Leighton, who's won here in '96, swept the races in '99, and wins the first of the events here at New Hampshire here in the year 2000.
And great burnouts.
Yeah. Guys in NHRA Winston Drag Racing, be proud of those. There you see the names that came home with the top spots. Some good finishes there. Louis Michaelides coming up for a 7th place finish. Herb Drug there coming home in 10th. Good run for all of those guys. The attrition rate was high. Only 22 of the 42 starters were still running at the race's conclusion. And one of those just barely Bobby Dragon. But Brad Leighton surviving everything that Dale Quarterly could throw at him, and comes home to take the victory. When we come back, Brad Leighton will be joining us in Victory Lane as we put a capper on our Mother's Day coverage from New Hampshire International Speedway.
Man, that was exciting those last few laps.
Yeah, maybe for you, but not for me, Glenn. It was a hard-fought battle. It's been a tough weekend for everybody. These guys work extremely hard. It really is a favorite track for me, and the whole series when we come here. I just can't say enough about these guys. They're awesome. Sheridan, Stephen Pegg, and everybody else that works on the car. Thing was all there today.
Well, right there in the middle of the race, though, Brad, it seemed to go away from you a little bit. It looked like it might have gotten a little bit tight. What did you do to help overcome that?
Well, they came in and make adjustment on the track bar, and certainly made all the difference in the world. Long runs, I was fine. When the car got cooled off and the tires got cooled off, I was concerned with the 32 and the 77. So, hey, we pulled it off. I'm excited for everybody. It's, you know, it's a tough day. It's a tough weekend for everybody. It's, you know, it's tough to be really excited about the whole deal here. But, you know, thoughts and prayers for the Petties and so on.
Well, we're sure they'll appreciate that. One more question, though. When you're sitting there under that red flag right there at the end, you know that the last thing you needed was to cool those tires off, man, and that's exactly what Dale Quarterly needs. It had to be kind of nerve-wracking.
It really was, Glenn. You know, I believe I went maybe 500 miles today, swerving back and forth. I was certainly getting tired doing it. You know, definitely, if you know, if a few more laps, as the fans saw, it was a tight race to finish. But you know, we did pull it off, and that sure gave us a point lead, and that's certainly what we're looking at, the big picture.
Well, as I said earlier at the top of the show, no stranger to victory lane. Brad Leighton, he is the defending champ. This is a good step toward that second championship. Congratulations, Brad.
Good job for Brad Leighton, who led 91 of the 125 laps. And as we mentioned earlier, this will be his 4th win here at New Hampshire International Speedway in the 19 races that he has run over the years. And it is his first win of the year 2000. Some good runs there. Bruno had a fine run. We haven't talked much about him early in the day, but Mike came on to be a factor down the stretch.
Well, he didn't do a lot earlier in the day, but he saved the best for the end of the event, came in 6th spot, did have a terrific run today.
There you see other finishers. Dave Dion slid home in 14th spot. Jerry Marquis barely made the race and got caught up in an accident there, came home 26th. Kelly Moore, Andy Santerre, they deserved better. Brian Chu. A lot of those fellas had tough and unfortunately short afternoons. One guy who really had a super run today was Dale Quarterly. nearly pulled out the win there down the stretch. Former motorcycle champ is in the garage with Larry McReynolds.
Well, Eli, I am here with Dale Quarterly. Dale, looked like you might have had something, just kind of got away from you there at the end, but you come back to finish second.
Yeah, we were burning the right rear off the car a little bit, and we had to let it cool down. When we did, those guys got us. Once we got to the restarts, I'm usually good on the restarts, and, you know, like usual, one more lap and we would have had it.
Well, that's a story from the guy that used to be a road racing motorcycle champion.
Motorcycles, that's Hensley, Alabama's. For those of you who don't speak Alabama, that's motorcycle.
See, I understood that perfectly myself.
Yeah, I did too. Sounded just right to me. There you see a good look at New Hampshire International and the surrounding area here in the Granite State. Big day for the racing fans and a good day also for Brian Wall. Glenn?
Oh, yeah, great day for Brian Wall. Brian, congratulations on a good run today. You really had a shot at maybe to win that thing, but got a little wild there the last few laps.
Sure did, you know, last few laps. Brad drove a great race. He had a great car. They usually do, and our Burn and Boiler Sport was awesome, and we come from 20th, and running second there in the 32 on the restart got into me just a little bit and pushed me up and got me sideways, and kind of killed my shot at the win, and I thought we might get him back, but just couldn't get him quite close enough. So, you know, good run for us today, and we're pretty pumped. Good points day for us anyway.
Absolutely. It's a great way to start the season. He's on his way. He's going to do very well this year. He's got a great ride. Let's go back to Larry.
Well, Glenn, I'm here with Mike Rowe, finished third. Looked like he was coming there at the end, just run out of laps.
Yeah, that's definitely what happened, you know. I was hoping we could get going a little quicker than we did, but I needed like 4 or 5 laps to get going, and the tires would come in good and we could get going, but we just ran out of time.
Well, that's the story from the man that started 6th today, come home in 3rd.
So that's how things went here today at the New Hampshire International Speedway as the teams now begin to file back out and call it a wrap for this Mother's Day weekend race. You know something, Dick Bergman, you're up in this area. This is your home. This Busch North Series has really come a long way. I remember years ago the equipment wasn't any good, and let's be very honest, they have come light years in the last few.
They really have. It's not just good equipment, it's good drivers, good crews, good teams, and it produces races like this that are won by how much of a margin did we have today? 3 feet maybe decided the difference between first and second.
We'll see these guys a couple more times again this year, buddy.
We will that, and, you know, it's not how much money you spend on sponsorship that makes great racing, and today proves that. These guys went at it. Can't wait till next week. So, Winston.
Hope you can join us from the Lowe's Motor Speedway. We will be there under the lights for NASCAR's All-Star Weekend. That's what we saw lots of today. Hope you enjoyed it. Brad Layton pulls off the win here at the New Hampshire